Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today is another video and a plan with me using my Hobonichi weeks, which I must say I have been loving a lot. I think I'm going to wait until about 3 months to do a review for me because this is my first time ever using one, and so far so good. So I didn't really go over, well, I'm not going to really go over for this video step by step like the things that I'm choosing, because I am pretty much using the same sticker books that I used in the last video, which will probably be what I'll continue to use for this month and maybe into January, because the happy planner stickers, that winter collection, that winter book has a little bit of January things on the last couple of pages, so I'll probably use that into January. So let's kind of get started with this video. I wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas, and it is literally around the corner, and it came so fast for me. Excuse me if I sound a little funny. My sinus is kicking in, which I pretty much have sinus year round. It's just when the weather changes and it gets colder, it seems to get a little bit worse. But I went out shopping this weekend, and my intentions were to complete the gifts that I need to get for my kids' teachers as well as their classmates, and I was unsuccessful in that because one store had some things and the other store didn't, and I was mixed up in the crowd of everyone else. And during COVID now is much different than it was in previous years before the pandemic of just Christmas shopping and being out in the hustle and the bustle. So it presented itself with a lot of different things that I wasn't used to, because last year I really wasn't out and about shopping. I did pretty much all of the shopping that I was going to do online. And I didn't want to do that this time because I wanted to be out. For me, that is the joy of Christmas. So let me know down below, what are some of the things that you like to do or you consider to be part of the Christmas holiday? And I can remember being younger and my mom taking me downtown and us just walking and looking at all the department store windows and just how they decorated. So even from a young age, I've always just been into just the feel and the energy of Christmas. And I like going in stores and hearing the music play and people shopping and kids running around and just the whole atmosphere. And it was a little bit different for me this time. So, I think I had a lot of things going on at that moment. A little frustration, anxiety, disappointment, overwhelm. Just a lot of stuff was going on because I wasn't actually in the moment. And it was also kind of like a check for myself. Like, why aren't you in the moment and enjoying something that you say you enjoy? And I had to ask myself that question. So it caused me to do a little reflection about how I let the environment change how I feel. And it was hard for me to just be in the presence of that moment and just take in, the music. And even though things were different, just trying to find something that I can still enjoy. And that is something that I'm definitely working on. That is the reason why mindfulness is really a big focus of mine going into this new year. I have a podcast. It's called The Uncluttered Mind, and you can pretty much find it on all platforms like Apple, Google, Castbox, I can't remember the other ones, Anchor, but definitely check it out if mental health and wellness is something that you are interested in. So along with that, I was a bit, I don't want to say frustrated, but I have been just exhausted with trying to find my kids gifts. And it's not that I give them so much and I'm focused on the actual gift in a sense of the price of it, what it is it popular or not? Not in that sense, because both of my kids are special needs. They have angel man syndrome, and maybe in future videos, if I'm doing a journal about, whatever struggles or challenges that I'm having at that moment, I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I think that's definitely something that I want to introduce on my podcast. So definitely go check me out on the Uncluttered Mind. But it was really difficult trying to pick them toys because special needs come in all spectrums, in all kinds, and in just what it is, special needs. Everyone has different needs, and my kids, it's like they're definitely behind as far as like their capabilities. They're delayed in their capabilities of milestones and things of that sort. So some of the things that typically should be for their age, they're just not there yet. And at the same time, some of the younger toys that I was able to get like 3 to 4 years ago is not relevant for them now. So I'm almost stuck with what to get, and it's causing me to be creative. So that is something that I'm very happy about. But one thing it also did was brought to me, I have been thinking about my yearly goals and the things that I want to accomplish for this year and this year coming up. And in thinking about like the lack of knowledge of what kind of toys and things that I can get them, it made me think about goals for them. And that's something that I never really did, honestly. It's not that I didn't do it because I didn't think they could reach them. I just never thought to do them, because when you have special needs, and I'm just speaking from a personal aspect, it's something that is always going. Like, it's like learning never stops. Like, I know sometimes people that have quote unquote normal functioning children, the summertime may be a time where they let their kids take a break, where, they don't have to do schoolwork or anything like that. However, when I was younger, because I struggled in math, my mother made me do math the whole summer. Like, she created her own worksheets and things that I needed to do. But I know for some people, they don't, or even during break, like Christmas break, spring break, they don't require their kids to do anything. They treat it like a rest, like a break. But as a special needs parent, because they're delayed, and there's so many life skills that they need to learn, and it takes such a long time, especially for certain things, with them having a global delay in their cognitive abilities, fine motor, just everything. The learning never stops. And I think that is the reason why I just never really thought about doing goals for them. So that is something that I'm glad I, ran across with this challenge of finding something for them for Christmas, but also it showed me things that I need to work on to help them get to the next level of things that I want to buy for them, and not necessarily just for Christmas. It could be for their birthday or anything. So that's something that I am working on. And honestly, I feel a little bit overwhelmed because I feel like I waited until the last minute to think about a lot of things as far as like my goals for this coming year, and just things that I really need to be on top of that I feel like I fell off on over the last couple of months. So I'm trying to get back on track with that. But I definitely want to stay into this season because this is my favorite season. I love winter. I love just the whole transition with the weather and everything of fall and winter. And it's something that I really want to enjoy. So I do have a couple of things planned. I think next week we're going to go through the drive-through lights festival, and that's good. At first I was going to go to the Lincoln Park Zoo because they have an amazing light show that you can walk through, but I'm just not sure how my kids will take to that with it being so many people at nighttime. The lights, I know they'll enjoy, but I don't want to overwhelm them at the same time. I want them to be able to enjoy the experience as well. So I think we're just going to do the drive-through, and of course we have like different things for them to do here, like baking, cookies and stuff like that, and doing the gingerbread house. This year I said I was going to let them try, like they can't do it themselves, but I don't want to give as much help as I did last year. Last year, some things where you have to put it together and do the balance, because it was even difficult for me doing it. But I want them to be more involved because I want to encourage them to try to do certain things, even if it's not possible or I know that they're just not there yet. I still want to give them the opportunity to try to get there, or at least figure out or learn where their mind frame is in terms of trying to problem solve and figure out certain things that's difficult on that level. So also when you comment down below, hopefully you comment down below, let me know if you all had trouble with finding gifts for your kids, because one thing I thought about was the fact that the pandemic happened, and because it caused for families and pretty much everyone to be in the house with each other, I was wondering, were some families buying certain things already just to kind of help the child get through it? So whether it's just buying computers or any type of electronic gadgets or things, as to the point where now that it's Christmas and some people are Christmas shopping, it's not really things that they can think of to give. So comment down below if you all are having trouble finding Christmas gifts, if you decided to just online shop and have everything delivered, or if you're not doing gifts at all, or if you're doing gift cards. I know quite a few people that are not minimalist or anything of that sort. They just chose not to give gifts this year, and they wanted to just focus on either, I've heard some people say that they just want to focus on themselves, and some just the fact that we're still in a pandemic, it just kind of put a damper on their feelings. So let me know if you guys are in fact Christmas shopping and how that is going along. This has also been pretty much a busy month as far as work goes as well. But one thing I can say is I am definitely festive at work, even though I work in a hospital, so I wear scrubs, of course. I do, because I don't all the time wear my jacket, I like to wear long sleeve shirts underneath my scrub top, so that way I'm not getting cold or anything. But I'm definitely festive with that. I've been putting on my Christmas turtlenecks, all of my Christmas long sleeve shirts that may have like the Grinch or different things like that on it. I've been wearing earrings that has mittens and Santa, just trying to liven things up, because I work in a hospital, but I work on a psych unit. And for some people, this time of year can be very difficult, especially being in a place like a psych unit. It's just not some place where they want to be. So I try to liven up things and bring a different energy, hopefully, to them, even if it's them laughing at me like, I can't believe that, you wearing this. And I have festive face masks as well. So I've been doing a whole 9 yards, and that's me anyway. So hopefully I can spread some cheer to other people as well. I also work relief work at a domestic violence shelter, and this time of the year is also hard for them as well. And it's just it's different because of the circumstance that they're in, but also the fact that they're away from family and loved ones, especially due to situations that causes them to be in a domestic violence shelter. So I just try my best to spread cheer and positivity, and I'm not saying that I don't have my down moments, because being in the hustle and bustle of things this weekend has definitely put things in perspective for myself. Like the anxiety that I've just been feeling with gift shopping and making sure everything is perfect and right and just how I want it. And it even caused me to reflect on, okay, where's all of this anxiety coming from? Why do I feel like I need to have everything absolutely perfect? Because I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to be able to do everything perfect. But sometimes I have to remind myself that as long as I'm coming from a good place within my heart, that things will be okay. And those are the kind of things that I'm trying to talk through for myself during this time, especially moments that involve gifts and just all of these things that are moving at the same time. Me working, my kids going to school, their needs. And recently my son had a fall earlier this week at school. He fell down the stairs. He has a humongous bump on his head. And just the stress, it's just been a lot of stresses lately. And I have to constantly be gentle with myself, remind myself to be gentle with myself, but also give myself room to make mistakes and recover and know that it's okay. So hopefully, if you all have actually listened to me ramble through this video, that is something that you can take away from here. Is this is a season that brings so many different emotions to different people. And just because it's Christmas and just because this season is a jolly season, everyone isn't jolly. So celebrating it or going into it however you feel, don't feel bad about your feelings or wherever you're at, because I know some people have lost loved ones, just as I have one much recently. Maybe it was in mid-October. So, continuing holidays without loved ones that we're used to can be difficult as well. So try to stay in the present moment of what you're feeling. But if it's not the best feeling, question yourself like I had to do. Like, why am I feeling like things have to be perfect? It's nothing wrong with questioning ourselves. And that gives us a better understanding of why we're feeling this way, how did it start, and how can you get through it, and what can you do about it if those feelings resurface later on. So I really hope that I was helpful in anything and you guys enjoyed this video. I absolutely love how this turned out. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.